Hello, I'm FM and welcome to my channel. Thanks for joining me. If you're brand new, hopefully by the end of this episode you'll be a subscriber. If you're already a subscriber, thanks for checking it out. Make sure you all smash the like button. Make sure you check out my series for Manchester Central. It's coming to an end soon. You can still jump into it. It's still a lot of fun, hopefully. I've got a load of new content coming. I've got a brand new series coming. So hopefully it's enough to keep you entertained and keep you subscribed. Now you've seen the title. Maybe you're guessing what this is. It's the Battle of the Dons. Yep. You might know, you should know. Wimbledon, great story, rose through the leagues many, many years ago. Legends like Vinnie Jones and played for him, won an FA Cup. It was a great thing. Then they got relegated, they ended up losing their team. It became a franchise. I think it's the first franchise and the last one, apparently. Moved to Milton Keynes, new stadium, changed the name to MK Dons. And Wimbledon was no more. Now, I do know a lot of fans went with that team. And I do know from a recent article, which did inspire this, by the way, a guy spent a day at MK Dons. He said it was good, he said it was a really good atmosphere, good club. And there's a good few hundred fans who still travel up from London who followed the team. But obviously, there was a large portion of fans who weren't happy and started AFC Wimbledon from the very bottom. And look what they've achieved. Because right now, at the making of this video, MK Dons have been relegated and AFC Wimbledon is staying where they are. So for the first time ever, Wimbledon are above MK Dons. So a lot of fans will see that as a little bit of justice. But at the very start of FM18, they're in the same division, which is very interesting. Double derbies. Going into the editor, they won't even sell each other players. It's a historic maximum rivalry. Yeah, I don't know if it's more on the Wimbledon side, obviously. But it's a rivalry. So I thought, let's have a bit of imagination. Let's make a database that's not only maybe a bit of a fun experiment, but maybe that I can put out there on Steam, and you can maybe take over one of these two teams and battle against the other one. And this is basically what it is. We're going to imagine, right, the two chairmen have pumped in a lot of money. So each club within Sky Bet League One have had their reputations risen to maybe a lower level Sky Bet Championship team. But they've also had new training facilities and 400 million each, right? Which is a lot of money. They're in Sky Bet League One. Now this is going to be a race, not just to the Premier League, it's a race to a major trophy. We're going to see, giving them the same resources, which Dons club will rise. Yeah? Which Dons club will win a major trophy first. So before we get into it, why don't you have a bit of fun? Hey, write down in the comments. You got to think about where they're starting with maybe the stadium. I've not touched the stadiums. They've just got very good facilities and 400 million quid each. That's it. Yeah, same squads, all that good stuff. Who's going to win that race? Whose manager's better? Who do you reckon is going to sign the better players? Who's going to get there quickest? Will they get there? They might not. They might crash and burn. So I want to know who's going to win. Who's going to win a trophy first? MK Dons or Wimbledon? We're going to find out. So this could take years and years and years. I'm just going to have to keep holidaying, probably going to do some washing, take the dog out for a walk. But when we do come back, we'll have a winner. Hopefully. Because it could go on forever. Alright, let's get started. So welcome to the start of the game. Again, no changes apart from the teams have got 400 million quid, a slightly higher reputation, and top range training facilities. So you might notice behind me is the MK Dons Stadium. That's because we're going to look at the MK Dons first. And here they are now, obviously founded in 2004. They've got that written on in Roman numerals on the logo, and you'll see that they're rich. They play in white, red and black. Now I know they kept the Dons part, but it's probably a good thing they changed the colours in it. I think that would have been a bit too much if they'd have kept the good old blue and yellow home kit. They've got Dan Mickey. How many C's do you need in your name? Danny's the manager. Dean Lewington as the captain. Chucks Aniki, whatever his name is. He's their key player. We've got 30,000 seat stadium, but I know half the time it's never full. But it is a good stadium. I think it's like under 19s England team or someone like that play at the stadium. But they've probably got the heads up really, haven't they, over Wimbledon? I know they got relegated in real life, but with that stadium, maybe they've got the head start. Just to show you the facilities, obviously, there's a stadium and you'll see you've got top of the range. We're going to imagine that their chairmen have decided to put their £400 million fortune into it, so they've got state-of-the-art training facilities. Hopefully they'll get good regens, be able to attract good players, and build up through the leagues quickly. It's a race, remember, but you got to remember, just because you give teams money and good facilities, it doesn't always work out. Trust me, I did the APL series. If you've never seen it, it's like an American Premier League. Some of the teams I give great facilities to, after 5 years, have gone 3 divisions down. So it doesn't always work out. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Right, over to Wimbledon, and I've got a little bit of a soft spot for them. It's just Wimbledon. I grew up with them. They were like that plucky team you always quite liked. I love the colours. I love the history when they won the FA Cup. I love the team that they beat in the final. They beat Liverpool, didn't they? Get in. Sponsored by Football Manager, which is good. Now you might notice, what's that stadium behind you? Well, this apparently is a computer-generated version of their new stadium, New Plough Lane. At the minute, they only play in the Cherry Red Records Stadium, which is tiny, but they are moving into this place. And you'll see it down there. I've not done this. This is in the game. Due to move into the 15,000 seater capacity, Plough Lane on the 1st of the 7th, 2019. So 2 years away. So this is where I'm saying they might have a bit of be on a bit of the back foot, because they're not going to be able to generate maybe the revenue. Maybe they won't be able to keep that money coming in as much maybe as the MK Dons, but maybe that won't matter. But you also see their training facilities are all the same as the MK Dons. Now they've got Neil Ardley as manager. I think he's a good manager for the level he's at. The captain is Barry Fuller. Key player is George Long. So personally, I don't know. I've done enough of these now. I don't know who I can call. I'll be honest with you, sorry for an MK Dons fan, but I'm kind of rooting for Wimbledon. I'll be honest with you. I kind of want the Phoenix to really rise, overtake you, and win the freaking Premier League. That'd be good, wouldn't it? But we'll see what happens. So I might jump in over the years if it's something quite cool. When a team gets promoted or whatever, we'll find out as I go along. So get right in the comments. Who's going to win? Wimbledon or MK Dons? We're a year into the future, and MK Dons won the league by 5 points, but it was dominated by the Dons really. At least Wimbledon got promoted as well, so they're still neck and neck, although the MK Dons have got a nice trophy. But that doesn't mean anything. Let's have a look at some of their signings. So when it came to the Dons, they spent pretty big for a Sky Bet League 1 team, but they had their money to spend. They spent 19 million quid. I mean, we could go through all these players, but it'd take forever. I want to plough through this to see what happens. You can pause if you want to have a look at some of their names, but they definitely improved the squad. When it came to Wimbledon, pretty much the same thing really. They spent 85 million, so they've both just gone boom and bought a lot of players. A lot of players both from like championship teams, really. So they've got one from Crystal Palace there, one from Newcastle, but they're obviously buying from the league above them, getting into that league, and then hopefully they'll do the same again, buy from the Premier League and hopefully move up quite quickly. Right, into the next year, and this is the Sky Bet Championship. Now what I'm going to do is I'm not going to go for every year, because this could go on for years and years. My plan is, hopefully, when a team gets in the Premier League, or they both get in the Premier League, major events. So I'm just going to keep track of it, see when at least one of them hopefully gets in the Premier League, but they didn't this year. But MK Dons did finish the highest. They finished 6th. AFC Wimbledon finished 8th. Let's just keep going, eh? Let's see if they can do it. Well, welcome to 2020. Now, I didn't check this last time, but AFC Wimbledon will be in their new stadium, and maybe that's helped them this past year because they won the Sky Bet Championship in 2020. MK Dons finished 19th. Wow. So at least Wimbledon in the Premier League, and Wimbledon they're the closest maybe to winning this race to any kind of trophy. And when I mean that, I mean League Cup, FA Cup, Premier League, or European. That'd be quite good. But the minute MK Dons look like they're going the wrong way. And I'm not going to go for every year's transfers because it's a lot of information to cram into one episode, but I just want to have a look at what they did the year they finished so low in the Championship. So far behind Wimbledon. Especially when they spent 92 million quid. I mean, wowzers. They're actually starting to buy players from Europe as well. And it obviously wasn't good because they've now got a new manager in Carlo Codicini, a young manager. Hopefully he can kick MK Dons on because they are starting to fall back in this race. But Wimbledon weren't the only club to make a change when it comes to the management position. They also brought in a new manager, and they brought in Mark Hughes. So he got promoted. So fair play to Mark Hughes. But wow, has it cost him some money? 215 million to be precise. Good job they're in the Premier League because they're going to start needing to bring some money in because that 400 million ain't going to last forever. They spent 52 on Fosu Mensah. Kachunga from Huddersfield. They're starting to buy good quality players. Reece Oxford, Ashley Barnes, decent Nathan Redmond. So is it enough to keep him in the Premier League? That's some money that, ain't it, for Wimbledon? It's now 2021 and MK Dons still haven't got promoted. Finished the season in the playoffs, obviously didn't win in the playoffs. A little bit closer this year, but will they be playing Wimbledon again? Nope, AFC Wimbledon finished 11th respectively in their first season. So happy days. Let's just get on another year. See what can happen here. Because Wimbledon still haven't won a trophy. MK Dons still haven't won a trophy, not even in the Premier League. Money's still got to be on Wimbledon, hasn't it? If you've voted MK Dons, I bet you're starting to be glad actually that there's no money involved. It's now July 2022 and this is getting quite fun. MK Dons won the league just by a point. Quite tight up there really, but they've won it. They're now in the Premier League. But as they go up, Wimbledon coming down. Nope. Wimbledon look like going from strength to strength. They finished 6th on 59 points. So well done, Wimbledon. Still, nobody's won a cup or anything. But now they're both in the Premier League. I think I'll just keep holidaying. If they both stay in the Premier League, I'm just going to keep holidaying until maybe one gets relegated or one wins a trophy. That'd be quite nice, wouldn't it? So I might see you in about 10 years' time. Welcome to 2025. Luckily, I've only had to holiday about 3 years, not 10 years, and we have a winner. And you're looking at them. But before I show you what they won, you can probably tell that they're more of an established club now. They have only got a 20,000 seat stadium. I don't know if it's got it in itself to go any further, but they've done really well. They're still rich. They're in the Champions League, so that shows you something. You can look at the league bar here. You'll see that they've been up there last few years, so they're a good team. They've still got Mark Hughes as the manager. But before we look into the winners, let's have a quick look at the losers. And here we are. They're not really losers. They've still done pretty well. They're now a well-established team. They've got Carl Robertson back as manager. I'm pretty sure he was their manager years ago. I might be wrong. I can't be bothered clicking on him. You'll see his lovely little face. Now, they've still got the same size stadium. And they've been in the Premier League a couple of years, but they've still not won a trophy. And it says they're rich, but I do know they're going to struggle this year. I think they've had a point deduction. And yeah, you'll see down there at the bottom, they're going to start this year with -5 points. And that's why they're at the bottom of the league for violation of budget rules, probably spending too much money. But you know what, they're still in the Premier League anyway. And when it comes to spending too much money, they obviously just spend a lot. You get a lot of money in the Premier League, don't you? Like 100 million alone just for your TV deal. Last year, they spent 166 million. I mean, on this lot. Wowzers. The year before, nothing. But they brought in 10 million. The year before that, they spent 178 million poundies. Wowzers. The year before that, 69, 30. 107. So you know what? They've spent a lot of money over the years. They're a Premier League team. You know, if you kept on going, maybe they would win a trophy. And I'd like to know, if you do play this, if you go as MK Dons, how well you do. Are you better with your money? Because I don't think you need to spend that much to get into the Premier League. And how well do you do? Let me know down in the comments. But for now, let's have a look at the winners and let's see what they won. And here we are with their honours list, and you can probably tell what they've won. Straight away, they won the Europa League. That's why they're in the Champions League, because I'm pretty sure they didn't. I don't know if they did. Yeah, they finished 8th in the Premier League this year, which is respectable, but they're now in the Champions League because of it, so that's going to be Champions League money, more chance for them to grow. So I mean, they've definitely won, and it's a cool trophy to win it with. I thought maybe one of them might end up winning a League Cup, maybe an FA Cup. Not the Premier League. I think you'd have to go play and play and play for many years to even get anywhere near that. But to win something as good as the Europa League, I'm pretty proud, because I had my money on Wimbledon, so I'm happy with that. Let's have a look at some of their transfers. So last year, the year that they finished 8th in the Premier League and went on to win the Europa League, they didn't actually spend any money. They brought in 61 million instead, so a bit of good business that year really. They can hopefully build on that now they've got Champions League money. The year before, they only spent 44 million. A couple of good players there. The year before that, they spent 283. Maybe he laid the foundations. About Luke Shaw for 13 million. Wow. So maybe they laid the foundations that year to kick on this year. The year before that, they only spent 10. So, I mean, well done Wimbledon. That's pretty cool. And this is how they did it. They beat Arsenal in the final with a goal from Stephen Finn. Well done to Stephen Finn. Is he any good? Let's have a look. I've got a feeling he's going to be a regen, surely. He is a regen. And he's a pretty good regen. Well done, man. beating Arsenal in the final. Nothing against Arsenal, just think it's a great achievement for Wimbledon. So there we go, it's 2025 and Wimbledon won the race. If you pick Wimbledon, congratulations, you don't win anything. If you picked MK Dons, fair play. Now we'll put the first save file out there for you, and you, if you want, can take on one of these teams and go on a great journey, because I think both of them could be a lot of fun with a few quid. And that rivalry, neck and neck, can you beat Wimbledon or can you beat MK Dons? So thank you for watching, I really do appreciate it. Make sure you smash the like button, hopefully you enjoyed it. It was just a bit of fun. If you're brand new to my channel, feel free to subscribe. Again, make sure you check out my series, make sure you check out all the content. I'll love you for all that. I'll give you a man hug. I've been Booed, you've been great. I'll see you next time.